Hello, all of you. I'd like to formally welcome y'all back to my podcast. I like it raw. Go ahead and cut this music down because I don't know if it's too loud for you to hear what I'm fucking saying to y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming to listen and or watch another episode of I Like It Raw with your girl MikalaLeinani. Y'all, I am just so fucking happy. I am blessed, feeling great, y'all. And you know what? You have to be happy and grateful in these trying times because a lot of people have lost their lives due to coronavirus. Due to so much, like people die every fucking day. But that's what we're going to be talking about essentially is corona motherfucking virus. So I don't even want to try and act like that's not what I'm here to talk about because that's exactly what the fuck I'm here to talk about. We're going to go ahead and get into it. I definitely want y'all opinions. So if y'all are listening on YouTube, make sure y'all drop a comment below on your feelings in regards to this topic because I do have a lot to say. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Before Corona started, it was about, it started last year. I don't know the exact time frame, but I can tell you I was actually working during the pandemic and I have continued to work during the pandemic. But before the virus was considered an actual pandemic, I was already hip. You know what I'm saying? I had my mask and I had my gloves, spray, wipes. I was making sure I was taking all the necessary precautions to keep myself from getting sick because there's a lot of nasty ass motherfuckers that I was working with. I'm not even going to cap with you guys. We had it was a nice cafeteria where everybody could go in there and get free food. Free snacks, free drinks. They would serve meals and everything. Like, when I say this company, I've never met a company that is going to provide their employees with food consistently. The kitchen was just stacked with snacks and drinks and shit. And then they would, like I said, have a day where they would have a person or whoever they were using at that time come and actually bring food for the entire company. But yeah, so they would have that once a week. But with the snacks, these snacks will come from Costco. So you could either get the little individual type snacks or you could get the snacks that comes in a big bag and you got to pour the shit into a cup or something like that. Common courtesy would say pour shit into a cup, but white people say I'm going to just go ahead and put my whole hand into the bag that everybody's using and eat out that bitch. Excuse me. This is people trifling. People are trifling. So once the virus started spreading, I stopped eating in the office. Like, no, I'm seeing people reach their hands into the shit. I'm letting the facilities know, like, y'all might want to do something with that. Because these motherfuckers is, naked gripping the shit. Like, they don't have to share this entire bag with the rest of the company. But people don't give a fuck. Anyway, like I did just say, I did tell the facilities. They ended up discontinuing the food, giving us food because that shit is disgusting. So for anybody in the company, if it was not like a individual package, even those individual packaged foods, they stopped serving because the virus was starting to spread more and more. You were hearing about more deaths and things like that. So they just totally eliminated it, which, look, I didn't have a problem with it because I felt that these motherfuckers was being disgusting anyways. But I was already coming there, protected. It's crazy because before this all jumped off, I was talking to my coworkers. I'm like, y'all, this is about to get really motherfucking nuts. Y'all might want to prep yourself. Like, make sure you guys go get wipes. Go get this because I think it's about to get crazy. And this was maybe like a month or two before it even got as bad as it has gotten now. But even as bad as it was back then when they actually announced it as being a pandemic, they're like, oh yeah, okay, thinking I was bullshitting, and then they dropped the bomb. Okay, well, we're going to start closing these our locations and y'all can start working from home. But prior to that, like I said, I was prepared, wearing everything that I needed to wear: mask, gloves, wipes. Oh, baby, y'all wasn't about to fuck with me. There was a whole bunch of nasty ass motherfuckers just I'm like, don't nobody hear this motherfucker over here choking, hacking and shit? Don't nobody hear that motherfucker? But oh, of course they don't. Anywho, I was called out by a white woman. She wanted to have me sent home because I was wearing mask and gloves. It's what? Can I help you? Can I not protect myself? Let me get into the funny part of this, because she goes across from me. Like, I'm sitting across from my manager. My manager and I literally sitting like this. I mean, face to face, but there's a little wall. But if I stand up, we can literally see each other and talk over that wall. She goes to him like, why is she wearing a mask and gloves? One, bitch, can you not see me? See you talking to him about me? If you have a question, come and ask, nigga. But she asked him, oh, why is she wearing a mask and gloves? And he's like, I don't know. Maybe she doesn't feel well. I don't know. And so initially he should have just sent her to me, but he didn't. And she's like, well, she has to go. She has to leave, blah, blah, blah. And then she walks away. I'm sitting here looking like, wait, what the fuck did just happen? Because I wasn't fully paying attention, but I was paying attention, you know what I'm saying? I'm working, not paying it any mind, but hearing it, and like, I'm just going to let this shit brush off my shoulders. And then when he stood up to talk to me, like, yeah, basically saying that I'm going to have to go, I'm like, wait, hold, what is going on? So she comes back and says, oh, yeah, she has to leave. I said, excuse me, I'm standing right here. If you want to have a conversation in regards to something, you could talk to me. I'm not sick, but I want to prevent myself from getting sick. So this is why I have this mask and these gloves on. And she's like, oh, well, I thought you were, yeah. I'm like, girl, you could have known what I was wearing this for if you would have came and asked me directly, but you didn't want to. So she wanted to continue to spread the rumor after I fucking directly told her ass, I'm not sick. I am protecting myself from getting sick because there's a whole bunch of hacking, fucking sneezing, nasty ass motherfuckers in this office. Why don't you go and talk to that person in the back doing all that shit? Go ahead and converse with them before you have anything to say to a person that is literally, I'm not coughing, I'm not hacking, I'm not sneezing, I'm not doing any of that. I just got a mask and gloves on. Before you want to come over here talking all that shit, go ahead and talk to these coughing, nasty ass niggas in the back, okay? But no, they always want to pick. They want to pick on the black woman. There was only a few black people that work for this company. They are a very diverse company. They have, Latino, Latina, Asian. There's a great variety of different people. You know what I'm saying? But it just seems to happen that they come after the black person. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't want to make this to a race thing, but goddamn it, she made it to a race thing when she was doing that bullshit. So anyways, I'm telling her, no, I'm not fucking sick. But like I said, she proceeds to spread a rumor. And this rumor carries cross countries because the company I worked for is not it's a U.S. base, but it's not a U.S. base. They're based out of Canada. So she goes back and it goes to the owner of the company in Canada. I don't know why this had to even go that far. If I already told your motherfucking ass that I have no virus, I'm not sick in any way, I want to prevent myself from getting that way. But no, it goes all the way to Canada. And then I get a message from somebody in Canada saying, oh, I've heard that you were sick. And I said to this person that emailed me, I told this lady that didn't even converse with me that I'm not sick, and now she's spreading rumors. This is not proper protocol. This is very unprofessional. And I made a complaint about that. You know what? Nothing was done to her motherfucking ass. Of course not. Of course not. It never happens that way, does it? But, whatever. So once the pandemic really hit in Vegas, they started sending us home. We could work from home and what have you. Obviously, we couldn't buy tissue and shit just like everybody else. I mean, tissue, paper towel, Clorox wipes. Everything was out of fucking stock. It was crazy. And to see the strip so naked. Nobody was on the strip, y'all. I mean, it looked like the apocalypse had hit Las Vegas. It was ridiculous. But, shit happens. They closed down the parks, took the nets off the courts. Shit was fucking insane. They didn't want people outside enjoying themselves, getting themselves, fresh air, because obviously nobody really knows what corona is. I don't even care about what these doctors are talking about. In my opinion, coronavirus was man-made. I mean, you could go back to the fucking Lysol spray cans. Coronavirus was already listed on the fucking bottle years ago. So for this to be coming up now and people acting like, oh, this is something that's new. It's not something that's new. It's something that the government had already had. They already prepared for this shit in some ways. It's to, in my opinion, what coronavirus is to control the public. It's to do population control and to control the mind of the public, which they have always been doing ever so well, right? You got television. People get fucking sucked into that shit. I mean, watching all these different TV shows. I mean, it's like it's a drug in a way. It is. But what they do is create fear for people. So you hear about all these deaths, and my heart goes out to the families that did lose somebody during this time and due to coronavirus. I mean, it is fucking horrible because they went from saying, oh, it's just the older people, to now it's hitting the younger people, to now we don't fucking know. This big ass gray area of it's hitting every fucking body. And then it was obviously black people weren't getting hit. But then black people started getting hit. Now it's like this and this, and this. One of my questions is all the deaths that's actually announced due to coronavirus? Probably motherfucking not. But they're going to rule it out to scare the public. What? Population and mind control. Let's go there, right? All this shit is done to control. Because let you get your own mind. That's what they are fearful of. Because you get your own mind, you get a collective that has the same type of mindset. That collective can actually start to enlighten others, right? And once they enlighten others, the tables can turn. The tables can turn. I'm not going to act like I wasn't afraid at the time. But I ended up getting corona. Yeah, I mean, I was traveling back and forth from Las Vegas. I traveled back and forth twice between Detroit and Las Vegas. And, I felt safe, blah, blah, blah. And then once I moved down here to Detroit, I wanted to live my damn life, y'all. I was going out, enjoying myself, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, I just was going to get a COVID test just to make sure I was okay, I wasn't feeling anything crazy. I had a headache for like one day, and then my symptoms of my headache subsided. The next day, I'm like, okay. I don't even know if it was the next day that I went and got tested, but it was like the next day or the day after that I got tested, and they told me I had corona. And once they told me, yeah, you have corona, all these symptoms wanted to start popping up. This is what really fucked me up, because I'm like, if I was fine, I went through a headache. They did say that is a symptom of it. Why is it exactly the moment after I got a test that I'm starting to experience super runny nose, major congestion, a little bit of an itchy throat, but that's it? Why did I start experiencing symptoms afterwards? It's a mind game. If you know, or if you believe, you're sick, you're this, and this, your body is going to reflect exactly what you believe. Me hearing that, I was like, well, shit. ooh, it happened. I was grateful that it wasn't. I didn't get corona as bad as many others got it, right? Who knows if it was even corona? Let's be honest. It could have been some major fucking allergies because that's what it fucking felt like. But I got tested. I did my quarantining, but the symptoms I experienced from corona didn't happen until I was told I was diagnosed with it, which is what really fucks me up, because it's like, it really, to me, is a mental thing. Like, if you believe you have it, you gonna get it. Like, shit just kind of work crazy. And then obviously, if you're taking in a lot of toxic things like alcohol, you got your drugs. Some people do very heavy drugs. You got them bitches too. I mean, if you're taking in a lot of stuff that deteriorates your immune system and you don't eat right, you don't make your body an alkaline environment, you can more than likely get fucking sick, right? The way to combat having corona is to make sure you have an alkaline environment, So y'all just go look up Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi talks about it all. If you do not know who Dr. Sebi is, I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing. They killed this man because he knew too much. They killed this man because he he changed the world. If he was given the opportunity to change the world, the masses of this world, there would be no more hospitals or medical centers testing for this, and the third, because he had the cure. He knows what the cure is, and it's making your environment of your body's environment alkaline. Disease, infection, and all that shit can only survive in an acidic environment. And where does all this acid come from? It comes from the foods that you eat. You're talking about this meat, this dairy, this shit that's processed. All of these things make up an acidic environment, and that's how infection and disease thrive. Now, you're eating your leafy greens. You cut out that meat. You're cutting out that dairy. You're cutting out all of these things that are processed. Your body starts to become alkaline. And make sure you are drinking spring water. Spring alkaline water. Look at the ingredients of your water, y'all, because they're lying to you with the fucking water too. The water it might say alkaline, but they use baking soda and cement cleaner to show that it is alkaline, but the shit is still poison. So just do your research. Make sure you are drinking that natural spring water, that natural spring alkaline water. I'm not going to endorse any brands, but do your research, because it all starts within what you intake. You can alleviate yourself of so many issues if you eat right and take care of your body. Listen to Dr. Sebi, please. This man was not killed for no fucking reason. Do not let him die in vain. They don't want you to know these things because they want to stay in business. I actually watched a documentary. I want to say it's called Health or something like that. I'll have to try and go back and figure out the documentary. And on YouTube, I will try and drop the link to the actual documentary that I'm talking about. But in this documentary, they were just talking about how the medical and the food industry coincide so fucking well. It's disgusting. Because look, guess who's backing the fucking medical industry? The food industry. So you got all these Tysons and stuff and what have you. So when they're talking about, oh, we're going to put you on this diet. Say you're in the hospital or wherever you are getting medical treatment, or we're going to put you on this diet. This diet consists of these type of meats, these type of dairies, and what you can and cannot have within these fields. But literally the medical industry is backed by these industries, Tyson and all this shit, that is still putting all these preservatives and different pollutants into their food. So it's just a cycle to keep you coming back. Do you hear me? Oh my God, I have to find the documentary. But it's literally a big ass cycle to have you doing the same thing. Go back to the doctor. They say, take this, eat this, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, I'm on this diet to help lower my cholesterol. All the food that you eating still has all this bullshit in it. I'm still not feeling that great. Oh, come back and give us some more of your money. The shit is sickening, y'all. And my camera is about to die. So I really want to get into this. Hopefully I could get into this really quick before my camera dies. But I have also been getting pressured by my family members to get vaccinated. And I hate that. Because I choose not to get vaccinated for a good reason. And that good reason is off of my opinion. Everybody is entitled to their opinions. But when I'm getting calls from my mother saying you need to get vaccinated, I'm the first one to tell y'all. I'm going to talk to everybody the same exact way. First off, don't tell me what to do. You have your opinion. You do what you want to do with your body. I'm going to do what I want with mine. If you feel that can save your life, then by all means. But if I feel like it's not going to save mine, then by all means, leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm not encroaching on your opinion and on your feelings, if I'm not encroaching on your opinion and how you do things, don't encroach on me. I mean, simple mathematics. You are one, you mind your business for one. I am one, I'm gonna mind my business for one. Don't mind two people's business, baby. Shit, I'm gonna just say, the vaccine to me is a hoax. And I mean, obviously, I've seen people get sick off the vaccination. Look, it just ain't for me, okay? I'm not one to endorse the vaccine. And if you want to get vaccinated, by all means. But these people that are getting vaccinated, please shut the fuck up and stop trying to tell other people what to do. You need to get this. You need to get this. Nobody needs to do anything. People need to do what they're comfortable with. And if they don't want to do that, then shut the hell up. Mind your business. Don't say, oh, you're a bad person for this and this and this. Bitch, excuse me. You a bad person for getting this shit. Nobody gives a fuck. That's your opinion. That's how you want to live your life. Let other people make their decisions and live their lives the way they want to. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cap this episode off right here. I really do appreciate y'all coming to watch I Like It Raw with your girl MikalaLeinani. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram at MikalaLeinani. Follow my podcast Instagram as well at I Like It Raw Podcast. And my skating podcast, or my skating Instagram at MK Skates with 2 Z's, no S in this motherfucker. And go on my YouTube channel and subscribe to MikalaLeinani, MikalaLeinani. And just, make sure you stay high, strapped up, and safe. And I will see y'all in my next episode of I Like It Raw.